You can have it all, you just can't have it all at the same time. How often do we hear this? A woman's life is one of compartmentalization. You think? Over the course of one day, we might be chefs, taxi drivers, glamour girls, math experts, grant writers, IT queens, bartenders, craft masters, gardeners, toilet cleaners, laundry mavens, and soothers of broken spirits, sometimes our own. Occasionally, it is possible for one fleeting moment for various components of a tumultuous life to collide and morph into a genuine feeling of roundness that produces a gorgeous boom of affirmation in all the important categories: family, career, art, personal values. So, let's flash back to 2014. I am headed to the United Nations in Geneva to perform a song I was commissioned to write with my daughter, Julia. The piece is called Maybe It's You, and it's the theme song for an international forum on the status of women. 700 politically active women will attend. At the closing ceremony, I'm going to play our song on the piano for them, and my daughter will sing. She wrote the music, I wrote the lyric. Now, Julia has been a United Nations intern for the past week and runs outside the gate to greet me. For the last 5 months, she has been serving as a youth ambassador for a UN-accredited NGO called Falco. Her star is rising, and I haven't seen much of her. Wearing a chic outfit she bought at Swiss Zara, the UN intern look, she calls it, she bounds across the big square where we've arranged to meet and escorts me through a security gauntlet to get inside to the general meeting. Act, advance, achieve women's rights. We will learn about slavery, genital mutilation, the sale of girls for marriage, domestic violence. We will learn about our lack of reproductive rights, our lack of equal education, lack of gender equality in the workplace. We will learn about how much we're lacking when it comes to human rights. And we will learn about the heroes who are trying to change things for the better step by step. Hey, Mom. Look! Look at the way we're walking. When you're in the United Nations, you start walking like you're important. It's sort of like the principal at my high school, except faster. I call it the important walk. We enter the plenary hall. 700 women wearing earpieces sit at desks and listen to a panel discussion called Women's Rights, a Power to Create Change. I grab an earpiece and listen in. Isn't this the best thing ever, Julia says. I can't answer because I'm fighting back tears. That's what feeling important can do to a middle-aged woman. We are scheduled to meet with the head technician at 12:30 for a sound check for tomorrow's performance. I'm worried about the sound situation. It's a huge room and a technical nightmare. Every single desk has a headset and controls that allow the listener to switch from English to French to Spanish to Russian. Oddly, I don't see a vocal microphone for Julia, but hey, it's the United Nations, so they must know what they're doing, right? The IT coordinator, Valerie, meets us at the appropriate time. Smart and funny, she is also beautiful, a tall woman with long white hair and no makeup. She's both bohemian and elegant. But right now, she has bad news, which she delivers in a very bohemian but elegant way. There is no microphone, she says. Seriously, I say? No sound system? I had just assumed one would be on the way, or at least a headset or whatever diplomats in Switzerland use. She calls the head technician to the floor. After much shrugging of shoulders and use of the word compliqué, I begin to understand that we are fucked. I suggest we bring in an outside sound crew. Now, Valerie is willing, but the union technician won't allow it. The system, you see, would cause feedback on the 700 earpieces at the individual desks. I imagine the sound of 700 earpieces squealing all at once. A John Cage masterpiece, maybe, but not the kind of thing that would go over well with this group. I know a losing battle when I hear one, especially when it's in French. So I smile and say, "We'll make it work." "We will," says Julia. "Easy for you to say, you're not the one singing." "Look," I say, "you're going to have to sing acoustically, no amplification. For 700 people? Mom, are you nuts? That's truly a stupid idea. But I can do it. I'll have to channel Aretha or something." I'm very proud of my daughter right now, more so than ever before. This is the Matterhorn of motherly pride. As the snarky sound guy Pink Panthers away, Valerie apologizes 1,000 times, even though it's not her fault. We assure her that we will make the best of the situation. "Of course," Valerie says, "of course we will make the best of the situation. This is what women know how to do. We make these things work." We do a sound check even though there is nothing to check. If everyone listens, we'll be heard. And that's sort of the theme for the entire week. On the day of the performance, Julia and I are dressed for our performance at noon. We're wearing coordinated black and white dresses, and I'm really hoping nobody says we look like the Olsen twins. I'm nervous about technical issues, but Julia is worried about her pantyhose, which seem to be slipping down. Crotch sag, any woman will tell you, it's a major drag. All this woman's rights stuff is important indeed, but really, someone needs to invent suspenders to hold up our tights. Oh wait, maybe we could just wear pants. There's no backstage in the plenary hall. The space is not set up for theatrical events or concerts. UN, the musical. So we sit at a front row desk close to the Steinway and wait for our cue to perform. We whisper back and forth to each other as the former president of Finland gives a speech. "Chul, Chul, are you drinking enough water?" "Oui," she says. "Are you warmed up?" "Oui." "Do you remember the form of the song?" "Oui, oui, oui." "Don't forget the third verse." "Mom, I'm fine, calm down." Just wish my tights would stay up there halfway down my ass. This is making me nuts. I should have worn pants. Right. The conference president winds up with a lovely speech about diversity. She calls several women to the stage, a 90-year-old delegate, a woman in a wheelchair, a female member of the Roma community, a Muslim woman, a Jewish woman, a token man, and then, big surprise to me, Julia, who at 18 is the youngest delegate at the conference. She is also the tallest, but that doesn't count. For what must be the 20th time since this conference started, I cry. And this is very unfortunate timing because we are on now. I take a breath and play an A major triad, an axis of wonder in a working mom's world. I play the piano because that's my job. But I listen to my daughter have her moment of importance because that's my job too. I'm a musician, I'm a mother, I'm a human being who cares about the status of women everywhere. And today I get to be all of these things at once. I can have it all at the same time. If it only happens once in my lifetime, it's enough. Or maybe not. The applause rings out and will echo in my heart for years to come. We hug dozens of our sisters and grab our coats. On our way out of the United Nations, we are still doing the important walk. Life can be one long love song, a musical scrapbook of your greatest hits, a jumble of waltzes and nocturnes, hip-hop moments and two-part inventions that weave melodies in your head with harmonies in your heart. Life can also be one long dirge, a monotone drone without shape or nuance, a thin and reedy voice drifting over swampy waters in the 5 o'clock shadow of parched fields, sad and sorry and soulless. But here's the thing. You're the composer. You're also the conductor, the maestro. At many points in your life, with teachers and parents and colleagues and friends telling you what to do and where to go, you probably don't feel like you're in charge of anything, but you are. You get to choose your life song. You, as a strong, educated young woman living with the comforts of the modern world, can pluck the best notes, the finest sounds from your musical garden. You can string notes together any way you like. They can be cliché and smooth, a daisy chain of simplicity, or rough and raging, as thorny and complicated as the world around you. The notes, when linked together, will lead you somewhere or nowhere, far away or back home, to the hardened soil of foreign lands, or the soft chairs of familiar rooms. All of these places, you see, will be safe because you own them. They will be part of your soundscape, your familiar places, your golden thread. You will succeed, you will fail, you will laugh and cry, you will fall in and out of love, you will stumble in the haze of romance, dance on the toes of an unsuspecting partner, and shield your tired eyes from loss and loneliness. You will study and work, and then study some more. You will have babies, or not. You will learn to say yes, you will learn to say no. You will learn to speak up and sit down, stand up, stop short. You will figure out what you want, and you will decide what you need. Here's the hard part. You will learn to say goodbye. Is there any place better than where you are right now? Really? You are ready to pick up the conductor's baton, poised to deliver the downbeat, prepared to guide your orchestra through a musical score full of highs and lows, crescendi, diminuendi, full stops, repeat signs, and codas. Anything might happen. Go for it, maestro. Find your song. Find your golden thread and hold on tight. Sing the praises of your sisters. Be fierce. Your fire will light up the sky. The music waits just for you. So we're going to take a short break right now, and we'll be back after a few minutes with part 2 of Two Goldsbys and a Test. And that would be the other Goldsby, John, and Billy Test. So stick around. See you soon.